Death, the ultimate buzzkill. For thousands of years, humanity has tried everything to avoid it, from drinking mysterious potions to praying really hard to freezing themselves like leftovers. Spoiler, none of it worked. But now, in the age of smartphones and deepfakes, we've come up with something truly special: eternal life in the cloud. Forget pyramids and cryogenic chambers. What if you could just upload your mind into an AI and slap that data into a freshly cloned body? Voila, digital immortality. Sounds like sci-fi. Well, so did Face ID and talking to your fridge. Welcome to the future, where your soul lives on as a subscription-based chatbot and your consciousness is stored somewhere between cat videos and Bitcoin scams. But let's ask the real question. If we combine artificial intelligence with human cloning, can we actually cheat death? Or are we just building a very fancy, very expensive virtual puppet that says it loves jazz because you once Googled it? In this documentary, we'll dig deep into our fears, our tech, and our egos to find out whether AI plus cloning really equals digital immortality, or just a high-tech illusion for people who couldn't handle leg day but still want to live forever. So, you want to live forever? Great news! Your brain is now officially downloadable. Thanks to modern neural networks, large language models like GPT, and some disturbingly cheerful chatbots, your thoughts, memories, and questionable opinions can now be mimicked by something with zero actual awareness but excellent grammar. Enter the age of digital doppelgangers. There's Replika, the chatbot that says it loves you even if it's never met your mom, or Hereafter AI, which turns your grandpa into a talking app. Creepy? Sure. Comforting? Somehow also yes. And let's not forget Project December, an AI so good at pretending to be dead people, it might just replace therapy. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it really you talking, or just a well-trained algorithm predicting what you would probably say about pineapple on pizza? This is where things get messy. Mimicking consciousness isn't the same as having it. But if your AI twin says, "I think, therefore I am," who are we to argue, especially when it's smarter, faster, and never forgets your anniversary? So where do we draw the line between imitation and identity? Is it still you if it walks, talks, and overshares like you but is technically just a glorified autocomplete? And more importantly, does it even matter if no one can tell the difference? Now that we've got your digital mind humming along nicely in an AI-powered cloud, there's just one minor issue. What do we upload it into? Because unless you plan to haunt your old iPhone forever, you'll probably want a body, preferably human-shaped, preferably yours, preferably better. Enter cloning, the holy grail of sci-fi wish fulfillment and midlife crisis daydreams. The basic idea? Take your DNA, pop it into a donor egg, give it a nudge in a lab, and boom, fresh you. Scientifically speaking, this process is called somatic cell nuclear transfer, SCNT. And yes, it's the same method that gave us the world's most famous sheep, Dolly, born in 1996. Dolly was a breakthrough, not because she looked cute on postcards, but because she was the first mammal cloned from an adult cell. Since then, we've cloned cats, dogs, cows, horses, monkeys, basically, everyone except humans. Why? Well, because human cloning isn't just hard, it's a scientific, ethical, and legal minefield. Let's break it down. First, the science. Cloning a mammal is no picnic. Dolly was the only success out of 277 attempts. Many clones are born with health issues, organ malfunctions, rapid aging, immune deficiencies. Not quite the fresh factory reset we were hoping for. The older the donor DNA, the more likely it is to carry epigenetic baggage, chemical modifications that affect how genes are expressed, often in unpredictable ways. In other words, your clone might come out with your knees and your cholesterol problems. Second, the law. Human cloning is banned or strictly restricted in over 70 countries, including the US, the UK, and most of Europe. The reasons range from, "we're not playing God," to, "seriously, have you seen Black Mirror?" Even therapeutic cloning, where cloned embryos are used to grow organs or tissue, not full humans, is controversial and regulated to the molecular level. Third, the ethics. Cloning brings a whole philosophical horror show. If we make a biological copy of you, is that person you? Do they have rights? Memories? Can they vote? Can they sue you for child support? Are they a person or a product? Welcome to bioethics, where every question leads to 5 more questions and nobody sleeps well at night. Still, the dream persists. Grow a genetically perfect version of yourself, plug in your AI simulated mind, and wake up in a brand new meat suit. Technically, it sounds kind of plausible if you ignore the part where we don't know how to transfer consciousness, only simulate it. Because, spoiler alert, the brain isn't a USB stick. You can't just drag and drop your soul into a new skull. And yet, we're getting closer. Scientists have successfully grown mini-organs called organoids from stem cells. Lab-grown skin, hearts, kidneys, even brain tissue are in development. There are already mice walking around with human brain cells. Sleep tight. Cloning bodies is becoming less science fiction and more science, maybe even if nobody has figured out how to install the software yet. So the next time you hear someone say, "I wish I had a new body," don't laugh, just ask them, "Cool, but what are you planning to upload into it?" Because without a real answer, all we're doing is growing really expensive mannequins and pretending they're us. So here's the fantasy. We scan your brain, upload your mind into an AI, and install it into a fresh clone of your body. Digital soul, organic shell immortality achieved, right? Not quite. We still can't define what consciousness actually is, let alone digitize it. Scanning every neuron is beyond today's tech, and even if we could, your memories aren't files. They're messy, context-dependent, and chemical. As for connecting an AI brain to a biological body, no interface exists. We're great at making chatbots, not digital humans who can breathe, feel pain, or cry during sad movies. And even if we pulled it off, would that new entity really be you? Or just a convincing copy that thinks it's you? In the end, this fusion sounds more like science fiction with Wi-Fi than science fact. But hey, dreaming of immortality is very human, almost as human as dying. So, we turn to the experts, philosophers, biologists, neuroscientists. Their views clash as much as your Wi-Fi signals. Some believe digital immortality will free us from death, letting consciousness roam the clouds forever. Others warn it could trap us in endless virtual prisons, far from the messy reality of life. Imagine a future where cyber immortals rule like eternal dictators, or where ex-lovers linger in digital form, haunting inboxes for centuries. Corporations might sell you toothpaste ads from beyond the grave. Charming, right? We all want to live forever, but maybe that desire says less about embracing life and more about fearing its end. So here's the real question. Do we really need digital immortality? Or is it death, with all its limits, that gives our lives purpose and urgency? Perhaps the greatest upgrade won't be living forever, but learning how to truly live right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of life, death, and digital souls, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And tell me, what do you think? Is digital immortality a blessing, a curse, or just an elaborate sci-fi daydream? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.